All right, well, today is day one of the Scott v. Rangsk Wordle challenges. So we asked on the Discord server for suggestions on challenges we could do, and we've picked a few out. A couple of them we made little tweaks to, but we took somebody's suggestion and went with it. And for today, it is the alphabet challenge. So each guess has to be later in the dictionary. Some people thought that maybe we should just do like A, B, C, but we decided, well, you just have to go later in the dictionary with each guess. Now, the other thing with all of these challenges that we're doing all this week is once you think you know the answer, you don't have to follow the challenge. But if I think I've got the answer and I stop doing the challenge, you know, if I've got a word that starts with R and then I go, ooh, the answer starts with N, and I guess it, and it's not the answer, I've failed the challenge. I lose. Rangsk wins that day. Also, last time we did this, there was a bunch of ties, so we said that if we get the same number of guesses, so it's the number of guesses is the winner, but if we use the same number of guesses, then the tie break is you get points for greens and yellows in the grid. So greens are 2 points, yellows are 1 point. So the number of yellows and greens gives you more points. And if we're still tied after that, then it'll just be a tie. But anyways, all right, so we're doing A. I thought about doing about or adieu is a good one. I know a lot of people like to do adieu for a start. I don't necessarily have to start with an A. I could do something like, you know, one strategy is to do like cough and media, because M is farther down in the alphabet, but I don't necessarily have to keep going through the alphabet once I know the answer. I think I'm gonna try cough and media and hope that I get enough letters from that I can then guess the answer. I'm gonna go for that. Cough. Okay, well, we got a green. What? That's it? Okay, well, and see, the other good thing about this is R, S, and T are really good letters that we haven't done yet, and any of them is later in the alphabet. So we're fine to start a word with any of those. So, interesting. So the only vowel that we have is the O. There could be a Y, but otherwise, all we have is the O. You know, something like sorts, but I don't want to do the double S. I don't think sorty like that is a word. IE is a word, but it would also be nice to guess something that's at least a possible answer. So there's a chance I get it in 3 here. It feels like because of the there could be a, so my brain's ahead of my mouth. What I'm trying to say is it feels like there's going to be 2 O's unless there's a Y. But robot is actually possible, which is really interesting as a guess, because, I mean, there's a bunch of things that could be something Y probably too. Like bossy, or lossy, or sorry. But I don't want to do a double letter there until I know what the letter is. And if we try something with a double O and there's not 2 O's, then it's almost definitely a Y at the end. So what I'm saying is by checking the second O, it's almost as good as checking for the Y. Now I'm thinking actually maybe roost is better. Still checks the double O, not in the same spot, but it checks the 3 probably best letters that are left. I mean, L and N are good. B is not terrible, but you know, something like rotor is also possible. But yeah, see, I'm trying to decide what's the best strategy to get it quickly, because I was just thinking, you know, R, S, and I said L and N are good letters, and I realized, you know, N, we could still do N. N is after M. So nobly, this is a completely different strategy. But instead of checking for the double O, because we could do it the other way around, right? I said if there's not a double O, there almost has to be a Y. Well, if there's not a Y, there almost has to be a double O. And this saves R, S, and T for a later guess that's later in the alphabet then. And checks some really good letters, because I think there are a few ways that you can use a B, like bossy and robot. And this would rule out robot. It wouldn't rule out rotor. But if we get rid of the Y and there's a double O, yeah, you'd still have roost, wouldn't you? Roost and rotor. But there's more things with a Y than there is with a double O, I think. Which is why I'm thinking about doing the Y and trying to narrow down what the other letters would be. Okay, I'm going with nobly. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a double LY. Poly is possible. Woolly? It's not a double L. What else would it be? Folly and jolly. Those aren't without an L, but those are other ones with a double L. What would it be without a double L? I'm not sure. Oh, lowly. No, we had that one before. We definitely had that one before because I forgot about it then too. Okay, so we're gonna rule out lowly. So it's something with a double L. Y. So folly, woolly, jolly, and I think although Polly might just be a name, actually. So maybe that one's no good. So, I mean, the only one that's, the problem here is, the only one that's later in the alphabet is woolly. And, no, Polly is as well, but I'm not sure that that one might just be a name. So, if it's not woolly, then we're gonna have a 50-50 between folly and jolly, and we'll lose the challenge at that point. So, what I'm thinking is, I need to use a word with the W that also has an F or a J in it. Here's what we'll do. We'll do woofy. I'm hoping that's a word because it checks the W and the F, and I think it's gonna be the J if not. It also gets me 2 greens and a yellow, so I'll get more points in case I have the same number of guesses as Rangsk. Is that an answer? Oh, it's not a guess. Okay. We can do wolves, but I wanted to get that extra. Yeah, I don't think we can. I can't think of anything. I'm gonna go like this. It's folly. Okay. It's folly. Whew, well, I don't know. That's 5 guesses. It's not too good. I feel like he's gonna have me on this one, but I mean, it's a weird word. Folly is a tough word, and if he starts with A, B, C, and D. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Okay, well, 5 guesses. If he gets it in 5 as well, then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 greens and a yellow. I assume we're not counting the final answer because we would both have 5 greens on the final answer. So 6 greens and a yellow, so that's 13 points. So there you go. Link in the description to Rank's channel if you're not subscribed to him for some odd reason. But go check out his video as well, and let us know in the comments how we did, who won, who did a better job, who had a better strategy, I don't know. And then come back tomorrow for some more challenges.